StudyIQ IAS, अब तैयारी हुई अफोर्डेबल।
Hello, Namaskar, Namaskara, Namaskaram, Namaskar. My name is Pooja Dwivedi. Welcome to my class, The Daily Current Affairs, where we will learn important news from the perspective of your Prelims 2024 examination. Not only that, tackling Prelims is now becoming a skill that will be developed with the help of this particular class on a daily basis. Now, before I begin with the events, I would like to inform you about another prelims to interview batch that we are launching from 10th of July, and these will be of morning slot from 8 a.m. onwards. With the enormous success in enrollment of the P2I batch, it was highly demanded that we come up with a morning batch as well, and here we are. Whenever you are going to take admission into the P2I batch, remember we have three different batches: Hindi, English, and a hybrid batch, English. Once you get enrolled in this particular batch, you will not need to worry about anything else. You will have the live classes along with doubt clearing session, customized study plan with the help of mentors, also mains test series, prelims test series, study material, as well as a mains residential program for those students who are going to qualify prelims 2024. In the mains residential program, you will be called to the StudyIQ campus where you will prepare distraction free for your upcoming mains. Now, this particular batch is again approximately 60 to 70,000. But if you want to take admission in Hindi, English or English batch, please use the code PDLife. If you use this particular code, you will get it for 29,999 only. Now, if you want the PDF of this class, do be a part of my Telegram channel Pooja Dwivedi StudyIQ UPSC. If you have any queries regarding your examination, you can talk to me on my Instagram as well. So these are the various 10 events that we have to cover today. Let's start with INS Sankush. Indian Navy submarines are given at one side and the class which they belong to is given on the other side. What is the class? Class is actually a category of submarines which have similar design. So that is why there are different classes like Saryu, Shishumar, even Kalvari, Scorpion. These are different classes. Under these different classes, we have different submarines. And those who abide by the same sort of design, these are put in one class. So it is given over here like this, and how many pairs given above is or are correct. INS Shankush belongs to the Shishumar class and it has been imported from Germany, okay, the earlier ones. Then we have the next one, INS Sumedha. INS Sumedha is indigenously built Saryu class submarine. So second statement by itself, second pair by itself becomes incorrect. And Vagir actually belongs to the Kalvari class. Kalvari class itself is designed on the basis of Scorpion class. So first pair is correct, second and third are not because these should be interchanged. One only will be the correct answer. Defense Minister has recently signed a contract of more than 2,000 crore rupees with Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders Limited to retrofit submarine INS Shankush. This will be provided to the Indian Navy in the year 2026, the retrofitted one. INS Shankush is a second of the 4 Shishumar class submarines bought from Germany. Very good prelims question can be made from here. We can write like INS Shankush is second of the 4 Shishumar class submarine bought from France. No, Germany. It's a diesel electric submarine. Again, remember, these are the small things that escape our mind. What if I write nuclear submarine? No. Or petrol submarine? No. It's a diesel electric submarine. It is a version of type 209 submarine. Also remember that because prelims is wanting to fail you. Whoever is preparing your paper doesn't want everybody to do it easily. So the examiner wants to fail you. What do you have to do? You have to tell the examiner, no, I know many things. So you have to know this as well, that it is a type 209 submarine. This is your mindset. Okay, this is how your mindset that should be. It was first commissioned in the Indian Navy in 1986, given to the Navy in 1986. INS Shankush, the retrofitted one, will be given to the Navy in 2026. Sumedha is the third of the indigenously built Saryu class naval offshore patrol vessel. What is naval offshore patrol vessel? In order to keep in mind that the integrity of the country also belongs to the betterment of the navy. So we have to, as a navy, keep in mind that our coastal areas are protected from terrorists, from pirates, from alien naval vessels. So for that we have offshore patrol vessels. Patrolling means to encircle the routes in order to keep the territory safe. So it's an offshore patrol vessel. It was given to the Indian Navy on 7th March 2014. Indigenously, it was built at Goa Shipyard Limited. Sometimes it can also happen that where it is built can also be asked in your examinations. So be careful with that as well. It is, it has the capability to be entrenched with weapons as well as sensors. Now let's talk about Vagir, which is a Kalvari class submarine. The design of this is based upon the Scorpion class submarine, which was designed and developed by French Defense Major Naval Group, formerly DCNS, and Spanish state-owned entity Navantia. Remember that. What happens if you remember these small things? Next time whenever you are going to read the current affairs, you will not find it boring. So this is the purpose of this class, to make you aware about certain things on which you can build your own particular house. And then primarily it is an attack submarine of hunter-killer class. That means it can hunt down a submarine and also sink it. That is why it is a hunter-killer class. Consider the following statements. The Solicitor General is appointed under Article 76 of the Indian Constitution along with the Attorney General of India. The President officially appoints the Solicitor General of India. President, remember. Unlike the Attorney General and the Solicitor General, the post of Additional Solicitor General is statutory in nature. Statutory means it is under the specific of any law. If a body established by a law, not the constitution, it is known as a statutory body. If it comes into the being with the help of an executive order, then it is an executive body. Okay, remember this. How many statements given above is or are not correct? So if we see the first statement, the Solicitor General. Yes, Solicitor General is not appointed under the Article 76 of the Constitution of India. Article 76 only talks about the Attorney General of India. Solicitor General is appointed under a law. We will know about that law. According to that law, not only the Solicitor General, but the Additional Solicitor General are also appointed. Okay, so first statement becomes incorrect. Third statement is also incorrect. Why? Because here it is written, unlike the Attorney General and the Solicitor General, the post of Additional Solicitor General is statutory in nature. Not only post of Additional Solicitor General, but also Solicitor General. These two are statutory. Only Attorney General is constitutional body or constitutional mandated establishment. Why? Because it is given under the Article 76. So first statement is incorrect. Third is also incorrect. Yes. After the Appointments Committee of the Union Cabinet approves the names, the President officially appoints the Solicitor General. So second is correct. First and third, these two are not correct. Two only will be the correct answer. Now the Appointments Committee of the Union Cabinet has approved the reappointment, that means appointed again, of Tushar Mehta as the Solicitor General of India. It will be there for the next 3 years starting from 1st of July. And committee also approved the reappointment of 6 additional Solicitor Generals these are going to help the Solicitor General who in return will help Attorney General of India. And Solicitor General is the second highest law officer in India. Okay, he is subordinate or she is subordinate to AG of India. They are second law officer of the country. They assist Attorney General and they are assisted by Additional Solicitor General. The Solicitor Generals helpers are who? Additional Solicitor Generals. And remember that Additional Solicitor Generals as well as the Solicitor General, these two are appointed under the Law Officers Rules of 1972. Remember this. Okay. Under which rule or act? It is Law Officers Terms and Condition Rules of 1972. Alright. Moving on. Now there are a myriad of duties that the Solicitor General has to appoint. It is more so like the Attorney General of India only. Okay. Remember, they are to assist the Attorney General of India. Consider the following statements. Gravitational waves are invisible. but they travel very fast. Gravitational waves are hard to detect because they travel at the speed of light. So choose the correct answer using the following codes. Gravitational waves are ripples that are created by two colliding bodies or a pulsar star or to a big supernova that happens. So these waves, they create ripples in the fabric of space and time. I will show you with the help of diagram as well. With the help of these gravitational waves, we can understand the working of the universe, how it happens. And once these are detected, the different mysteries of the universe come to the light. So gravitational waves, yes, these are invisible. We cannot see them, but we can detect them. Also, they travel with a speed of light. At a speed of light, they travel very fast. This is correct. Statement 1 in its own self is very true. But gravitational waves, although are hard to detect, not because they travel very fast. This is not the reason. Because they happen so far away. Once it reaches the earth, near the earth, these waves become weakened. So that is why, because of the weakening of waves, we cannot detect them easily. First statement is correct, second is not correct. That makes statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is not correct. Option C to be the correct answer. Recently, specifically, National Center for Radio Astrophysics has spotted or detected the gravitational waves, and this was using pulsar observation. It is situated in Pune. The GMT, the India's Giant Meter Wave Radio Telescope, is situated in Pune, and it is one of the 6 world's largest radio telescope that paved the way for this discovery. One of the 6 largest telescope. Okay, remember. And what are pulsars? Pulsars are nothing but neutron stars. These neutron stars, they send out radio signals at regular intervals, and whatever ripples they cause in the form of gravitational waves has been detected. And from the earth, we can just see them as bright flashes. These particular beautiful pulsars, neutron stars. Gravitational waves were discovered, or the idea was touted, as far back as 100 years ago by none other than Albert Einstein. He believed that an invisible ripple is there in the space. As you can see, the space and time fabric, this is like a fabric, and a huge gravitational body like Earth is situated here, which causes these ripples from here. And this ripple, which is caused by this heavy body, can also be created by other heavy bodies. So whenever there is a collision of two black holes or a supernova or a neutron star, what happens? That ripples get created in this particular fabric. It's just like a bed sheet. If you lay top a flat bed sheet and other part beneath the bed sheet is hollow in nature, if you drop a ball, it will create effect or ripples. This ripple is gravitational waves, and they squeeze and stretch anything in their path. That is why they can be detected, such as when a star explodes asymmetrically, or a supernova when two big stars orbit each other, like pulsars as well, but when two black holes orbit each other and they collide as well. But these type of objects, they create gravitational waves which are very far away. That is why they take a lot of time to reach the surface of the earth, and that is why they can be detected. Very few times it is possible to detect them. So LIGO in 2015 was able to detect gravitational waves, and that paved the way for further detection. LIGO, LIGO, remember that, LIGO Observatory. So as you can see, when this particular setup is looking for a gravitational wave, here is a mirror and here is a mirror. This is the beam splitter. Right now there are no waves detected, but once a wave is detected over here, this mirror will start moving. So this is the manner in which one can detect gravitational waves. Next, who among the following has been conferred with the Global Indian Icon of the Year award? Neeraj Chopra, MC Mary Kom, Virat Kohli, PV Sindhu. The correct answer is option B, MC Mary Kom. And she is India's first ever Olympic medalist in women's boxing. And she has worked hard for 20 years to reach here. Global Indian Icon of the Year award she has been given, and it was at the annual every year happening. UK India Awards in Winchester, Southeastern England. Even filmmaker Shekhar Kapoor, who is behind the Oscar-nominated Elizabeth, The Golden Age, beautiful movie, received a Lifetime Achievement Awards for his contributions in the film industry. The Nehru Centre in London has won the UK India Award for significant contribution to UK India relation, and Nehru Centre in London is the cultural wing of the Indian High Commission. UK India Award for Business Promotion Organisation has gone to FICCI. Market Entrant of the Year award has gone to Platform Crowd Invest. Consultancy of the Year award has gone to Sanam S4. Legal Practice of the Year award has gone to Cyril Amarchand Mangaldas. Financial Service Organization of the Year has gone to ICICI Bank UK PLC. Technology Company of the Year, Mphasis, and Social Impact Project of the Year award has gone to Action Aid UK. Okay, so remember that if it is asked in your preliminary examination, these kind of factual questions, I have given all the award names. Also, UK India Week has, under this only the awards are given. This is the 5th year when it is being done, and it is given by the Indian Global Forum, who recognizes, or this body recognizes, myriad sorts of contributions by different professions in the entire system, specifically India-UK relations. Alright, from which of the following countries both the Tropic of Cancer and the Prime Meridian pass through? Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Niger, Mali. So why have I asked you this question? It is related to Mali actually, because the United Nations Security Council has ended decade-old peacekeeping mission there. That is why. See, here is Mali, and here is Prime Meridian going through it, and also the Tropic of Cancer. But interestingly, in Algeria, the Prime Meridian and the Tropic of Cancer intersect. So remember it. Mali is surrounded by Algeria, Mauritania, even Burkina Faso, Niger, Senegal, and Guinea, and Cote d'Ivoire as well. And this region has a lot of influence of the Sahara. So Mali was the place in question. With respect to the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, consider the following statements. Kazakhstan is set to take over the chairmanship of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Mongolia became the first country to receive observer status in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. And Bahrain, Kuwait, United Arab Emirates, and Myanmar are dialogue partners of the SCO. How many statements given above is or are correct? Right now, we are going to have the virtual format of the heads of council meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, which is going to be presided over by the Prime Minister of India. But Kazakhstan this year will take over the the process will start of taking over the presidency from India. So first statement becomes correct. Mongolia became the first ever country to receive an observer status in SCO in the year 2004. So first is definitely correct. Second is also correct. And in 2022, Bahrain, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, as well as Myanmar, they became the dialogue partners of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So all three will be correct. India will host the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit on Tuesday in a virtual format, of course. And Iran, Belarus and Mongolia, they have been invited as observer states. As per the tradition of SCO, Turkmenistan will be the guest of the chair. Okay, remember, sometimes it can happen that guest of the chair can also be asked specifically for India's presidency. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization is an international organization, basically Eurasian organization, which is political and military in structure. Countries which are permanent members are, of course, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, India, Pakistan, and China. India and Pakistan became a full-time or permanent members in the year 2017 in the Astana Summit. So if it is asked in your examination, remember this summit, Astana Summit. Okay, I hope you remember it. Then Shanghai Cooperation Organization started as an organization to ensure that there are no border disputes between China and other countries that came from the breakdown of the Soviet Union. But later on, it developed as an organization which could be a point of collaboration. So Shanghai Cooperation Organization came as Shanghai Cooperation Organization in 2001 on 15th June with the help of 6 countries: People's Republic of China, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyz Republic, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. If you are asked about the founding members, these are the founding members. Okay. Now, it's a Eurasian political, economic, and security alliance. All right. It's the world's largest regional organization in geographic scope and population. It consists of 3/5 of the Eurasian continent. That's a lot. 40% of the world's population, thanks to India and China. 20% of the global GDP. The official languages are Russian and Mandarin or Chinese, we can call it. So remember official languages as well. It has also been an observer of the United Nations General Assembly since 2005. These kind of questions could arise, that if Shanghai Cooperation Organization is a member, is an observer to the United Nations General Assembly. Yes, it is. There are 4 observer states which are interested in acceding full-time membership: Afghanistan, Belarus, Iran, and Mongolia. Right now, only 8 are listed in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization's official website, although Iran has been given approval. Okay. Dialogue partners include Armenia, Azerbaijan, Cambodia, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Turkey. Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Qatar were inducted as dialogue partners in 2021. Maldives, Bahrain, Kuwait, UAE, and Myanmar in 2022. Which summit it was? Samarkand summit. Also remember this. These ones happened in the Dushanbe summit. With respect to the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, which of the statements given below is not correct? No, not are, is not correct. It aims at providing a health cover of rupees 5 lakh per annum per family. Remember this word, per family. Okay. So remember this, because sometimes it can also happen that at the individual level it can be asked to all the members of the family at the individual level. No, per family. It covers up to 3 days of pre-hospitalization and 30 days of post-hospitalization expenses. With respect to PM Jan Arogya Yojana, which of the statements given below is not correct? It aims at providing a health cover of rupees 5 lakh per family per year. It covers up to 3 days of pre-hospitalization and 30 days post-hospitalization expenses, and there is no restriction on family size. Public hospitals are reimbursed at the same level or at the same par as the private hospitals according to this particular scheme. So here we have to select the incorrect one, right? First is definitely correct. Remember that it provides a coverage of 5 lakh rupees per family and not per individual in the family. First is correct. That is for per year. It covers up to 3 days of pre-hospitalization. That means from the date of hospitalization, it will cover before the 3 days of expense, and post-hospitalization is 15 days, not 30 days. Okay. So remember the data. Second is not correct. And third and fourth, these two are correct. There is no restriction on the size of the family, remember. So only B is incorrect. Science and Technology Minister on Doctor's Day has hailed the Ayushman Bharat Yojana. It's a flagship scheme mandated by the, or recommended, not mandated, recommended by the National Health Policy of 2017 to achieve universal health coverage. It's a comprehensive need-based health coverage system. It is comprising of 2 components, Health and Wellness Center and Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. It's the largest, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana is the world's largest health insurance or assurance scheme which is fully financed by the government. A cover of rupees 5 lakh is provided per family. Remember that, per family per year for secondary and tertiary healthcare hospitalization for private and public hospitals both, and covers over 12 crore poor and vulnerable population. Covers up to 3 days of pre-hospitalization and 15 days post-hospitalization. No restriction on family size, age as well as gender. All the pre-existing conditions are covered from day 1. Approximately these many procedures are included in it, and it includes everything like physician's fee, diagnostic service, everything. And public hospitals are reimbursed for the healthcare services at par with the private hospitals. Remember that. With respect to the Santhal, who will consider the following statements. From the very beginning, the Santhal rebellion was against the British. The rebellion was also inspired by the political projects of building and establishing an independent rule. That means once they rebelled, they also knew that a political establishment from the Santhals would have to come. And the non-tribals did not in any way help the Santhals. How many statements given above are not correct? From the very beginning, it wasn't totally anti-British. It was against the high caste zamindars, moneylenders. Later on, they came to understand that these moneylenders and zamindars are a part of the British Empire. So later on, it became an anti-British rebellion. So first is definitely not correct. The rebellion was also inspired by the political project that they have to have a Santhal Raj. That is correct. Second is correct. First is not correct. Non-tribals also helped them. Basically from the poor masses. They also helped the Santhals So first is not correct, second is correct, third is not correct. Not correct ones, 2 only will be the correct answer. Prime Minister yesterday in a tweet hailed the Santhal Hool, also hailed the courage of tribal freedom fighters Sidhu Kanhu, Chand Bhairav and Phulo Jano on Hool Divas. These two were the brave women of Santhal rebellion. Okay, and the Santhal rebellion began on June 30th, 1855, went on for almost 6 months, ending on January 3rd, 1856. We have to know that more than 15,000 Santhals died. Great insurrection. It is also known as the Hool, spread like a wildfire. It was led by 4 brothers, Sidhu Kano, Chand Bhairav Murmu of the village Bhag Nadhihi. Okay, and the rebellion actually began as against the exploitation by upper caste zamindars, moneylenders, and later on it became, of course, identified with the anti-British rebellion. And these all were termed as Dikus, okay, because they were not Santhalis. They originally spread over 2 regions in current Bengal and West Bengal and Bihar. And they were relocated to Rajmahal Hills between 1719 and 1810 to work as agricultural laborers. So whatever regions in this period of time they inhabited became a cultural and social center for Santhals known as Damin Ko. And the brothers Sidhu and Kanhu Murmu, they claim to have received, in their dream, word from Thakur Bonga. Of course, Thakur Bonga was the god. And they thought that now it is the correct time to fight against the Dikus. So from that perspective only, we have to understand it. The rebels were held by a large number of non-tribal and poor people as well. Moving on. If one wished to travel from the Kermadak Tonga Trench to the Aleutian Trench in a clockwise manner like this, they will come across many trenches, which is the part of the Pacific Ring of Fire. So we have to see what is the correct order. So what has happened, that a strong earthquake has arisen in Indonesia in the island of Java, and specifically if I have to put my finger on it, it is village Yogyakarta. From here only a village is there. From here only the magnitude 5.8 quake killed 1 person, injured few. And this is the correct order of travel. So from Kermadak Trench, if a person has to go in this manner, first they will come across Java Trench. Here is Mariana Trench. Okay. Then Japan Trench and Kuril Trench. Between this, we also have New Hebrides Trench. This trench is formed by the subduction of the denser plate beneath the lighter plate. And that is why lots of volcanism and earthquake activities occur over here. So first we will have the Java Trench, then we have the Mariana Trench, then Japan Trench, and finally Kuril Trench. Okay, and here is the Aleutian Trench. So this is the clockwise direction in which you will find this manner. He was a well-known doctor, educator, freedom fighter, social worker, and a politician. He was also the chief minister of an Indian state for 14 years. He received the highest Indian civilian award, the Bharat Ratna, and he was also personal physician of Mahatma Gandhi, who we are referring to. The correct answer to this question is Dr. Bidhan Chandra Roy. Today is National Doctors Day, and it is observed because of him only, because 1st July was the day at which he was born, on which he was born, and 1st July is again the date when he died. So he is the birthday perisher, which was a very strange coincidence. Bidhan Chandra Roy, or Bidhan Chandra Roy, he was a politician, a freedom fighter, social worker, advocate for education, and he was also the chief minister of West Bengal for good 14 years, from 1948 to 1962 from Indian National Congress. And on the 4th of February 1961, he received the Bharat Ratna Award. He was also the personal physician of Mahatma Gandhi, a birthday perisher. That means those who die on their birthday, these are known as birthday perishers. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching.
StudyIQ IAS. अब तैयारी हुई अफोर्डेबल।